Today's first sighting takes us to Indiana, where a mysterious object was captured on camera on January 31st, 2008, under strange circumstances. The witness, home alone at the time, walked into the kitchen for a drink when something caught their attention just beyond the tree line. What first seemed like a helicopter hovering silently about 300 to 400 feet away. But the absence of any noise quickly raised alarm, followed by the realization that the shape was entirely unlike any known aircraft. Panicked but curious, the witness rushed to grab a camera. They described the object as completely still for 2 to 3 minutes, surrounded by a visual distortion in the air, similar to heat waves rising from pavement. It shimmered above the dark trees as the sky dimmed, creating an eerie, unforgettable image. The witness managed to snap one photo with a digital camera before the batteries died, followed by another quick shot with a cell phone. Moments later, the object suddenly shrank into the distance, slightly upward as it vanished. Over the years, the main photo from that night has resurfaced repeatedly online, reigniting debates within the UFO community. Some insist it's a legitimate image of an unknown craft, citing the witness's detailed account in the photo's strange characteristics. Others remain skeptical, pointing to the possibility of digital manipulation or a misidentified object. Despite being analyzed and discussed countless times, no conclusive explanation has ever been reached. To this day, the Indiana sighting remains one of the internet's most enduring and mysterious UFO cases. This next sighting dates back to July 20th, 2005, in the Cockaponset State Forest, Connecticut. While mountain biking near the Connecticut River and not far from a nearby power plant, two friends took a break as the sun began to set. That's when one of them noticed something strange in the sky. Dark, oblong objects with faint lights hovering silently above the forest. The witness quickly pulled out a digital camera and managed to snap a few photos before the objects began to drift away, slowly and without making a sound. Out of the 3 pictures taken, only one was shared publicly. The others didn't come out due to low light, and one included the friend, who preferred not to be identified out of concern for possible trespassing issues. In the single photo that was posted, 3 identical black objects can be seen hovering in the dusky sky. Their exact nature is unclear due to the lighting conditions, but their shapes and positions suggest that they were completely stationary for several minutes. Although the witness considered that the objects could have been helicopters or even blimps, their presence so close to a power plant adds an extra layer of intrigue. Sightings near energy facilities have been reported many times before, often sparking theories about potential connections between these sites and unexplained aerial activity. On the flip side, some viewers have speculated that the image might have been altered. The fact that all 3 objects appear nearly identical has led some to suspect digital manipulation. However, despite years of online discussion, no definitive evidence has been presented to confirm or debunk the photo's authenticity. The next sighting takes us to a family trip, when a quiet stop to watch the sunset turned into an unexpected encounter. The sighting took place around 7 p.m. in a rural area on March 2nd, 2005. While standing on a steep ridge, one of the witness's sons pointed out 3 metallic, disc-shaped objects in the distance. The UFOs hovered in a tight, organized formation, shifting positions and changing altitudes, while occasionally pausing mid-air before darting to a new location. The witness was able to capture a photo as the objects moved slowly to their right, maintaining their triangular formation. The entire event lasted for over half an hour, and although the exact distance and size were hard to determine, the objects appeared to be around 1 to 2 miles away, displaying a metallic black and gray color against the dimming sky. As night began to fall, the atmosphere shifted. The unusual behavior of the unidentified flying objects started to worry the youngest son, who started to cry. Concerned for him and visibly upset by the entire situation, the wife urged them to leave. With tensions high, the family left the area. To this day, what they witnessed on that evening remains unexplained. This lesser-known sighting took place in broad daylight on March 31, 2007, in Redondo Beach, California. Around 9 a.m., a witness spotted a silver saucer-shaped object rapidly moving north to south over the pier before suddenly stopping mid-air. It hovered for about 5 seconds, just enough time for the witness to snap a photo, then shot off to the south and disappeared behind the pier. The image, taken with a Kodak EasyShare, shows a metallic object slightly tilted in the sky, reflecting light consistent with the direction of the sun, adding credibility to the photo. Metadata tied to the original file confirms the date, time, and camera model, which suggests it wasn't digitally altered. While someone could have tossed an object into the air to fake the shot, no clear evidence supports that theory. With little attention over the years and no solid explanation, the mystery of the Redondo Beach object remains unsolved. This next sighting comes from Costa Rica and was captured entirely by accident. Associate editor and photographer Sarai Ramirez Vindas was covering an event for President-elect Oscar Arias Sanchez at the Tribunal Supremo de Elecciones when she turned her attention to the sunset. Drawn to the fading light behind the silhouette of the Instituto Nacional de Seguros, she took multiple photos from the 4th floor, as she often does, chasing the ever-changing colors of the sky. Only later that evening, while reviewing her shots, did she notice something unexpected. In 2 of the photos, a saucer-shaped yellow object appears, hovering just above the building against the golden sky. While some might jump to call it a weather balloon or a lenticular cloud, those explanations don't quite match what was captured. The object is much smaller than the cloud cover and doesn't resemble the balloons that had been recently seen in the skies of San Jose. To make things even stranger, radar operators at Juan Santa Maria Airport report frequently seeing unidentified objects on their radar screens, an occurrence so common that they've even jokingly nicknamed these anomalies bacteria. What adds more weight to this case is that similar-looking objects have been caught on video before, one in Germany and another in China, both previously featured on this channel. Still, the true nature of what Ms. Ramirez photographed remains unclear. This sighting took place on November 18, 2005, in Norwich, United Kingdom. According to the witness, the object wasn't visible to the naked eye at the time the photo was taken, but her husband managed to capture it with a regular camera. The photo shows a metallic saucer-shaped object hovering directly above a church tower. What makes this case more intriguing is that the landmark photographed is less than 40 feet high and located on a busy high street filled with shoppers. Despite the crowd, no one else reported seeing anything unusual in the sky. The object made no noise and appeared to be completely undetectable in real life. I was able to find the same church on Google Street View, and as the witness mentioned, it's a very active area, likely frequented by tourists. Looking closer at the tower, there don't seem to be any nearby streetlights or poles that could explain the object in the picture, which cast doubt on the possibility that it was a misidentified lamp. Of course, there's always the chance the image could have been fabricated, but so far no solid evidence has confirmed it to be a hoax. Just like many other sightings from that period, this one gradually faded into obscurity. Since no further investigation ever took place, the object's origin remains unknown.